Yo guys, what is going on? It is Mr. DJ here, back again bringing you another player review. Today I'm reviewing Eden Hazard versus the 89 Manchester United version Alexis Sanchez. So if you guys are excited for this episode, please leave a like on this video. I'd hugely appreciate that. And if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate that as well. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers at the moment and we are not too far away. So if you guys could do that, that would be amazing. If you guys didn't actually catch my last episode in my player review series, I reviewed the 85 icon CRESPO versus the 85 icon Hernandez. If you want to see that, I'll leave it in the link in the description. But today we are doing the battle of the wingers from the BPL, Sanchez versus Hazard. So of course these guys both play in the same position. So what I did is for 5 games I would start Hazard as left forward, and then I would bring Sanchez off the bench and he would play right forward. And then for the other 5 games I'd just swap it around, so I'd have Sanchez starting as a left forward and then bring in Hazard off the bench. So now I've clarified that, we're going to move on. So as always, I split it into 5 key components which determine who is the best buy on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. So key component number 1 is stats. Pretty obvious, just how well their stats suggest they're going to play in game. Key component number 2, valuation, just how much they cost on the market. Key component number 3, we've got linkability, so what league and what nation they're from. Key component number 4, how well they play in game. Sometimes players play better or even worse than their stats suggest. And then key component number 5, can they play in a number of positions? So we're going to start things off with Eden Hazard. Of course, this guy is a 90 rated left winger originally. I have converted him to a left forward. He is from Chelsea and from Belgium. He's got 90 pace, 82 shooting, 84 passing, 92 dribbling, 32 defending and 66 physical. He's 5'8", he's got high to medium work rate, he's right footed, he's got 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. Now I bought him for 195k, I'd say he costs between 190 to maybe 200k. He got 10 goals and 2 assists in the 10 matches, a really good return from this guy, and I'd say Eden Hazard is an unbelievably quality player, technically gifted. I'd say he never really gives the ball away when I use this guy, and his dribbling is world class, one of the best dribblers on this game in my opinion, and pretty cool and composed player in front of goal. So yeah, Hazard did very well for me in the 10 matches. So we're just going to pick out a few of his key attributes. So of course his dribbling is the first thing that stands out. 93 dribbling with 93 agility and 92 ball control. This guy is technically world class. I'd say in front of goal he's pretty decent as well. 83 finishing, I would like that to be a slightly higher. 87 composure though is a pretty good stat. So when this guy gets a chance, he more often than not takes it. 93 acceleration as well, very pacey player on this game. So we've covered his first 2 key component stats and valuation. So on to key component number 3, linkability. So both of these players, Sanchez and Hazard, both play in the BPL. So it's mainly down to what nation they are from, and it's definitely in Eden Hazard's favour in my opinion. Being from Belgium is one of the best nations to be from, in my opinion. The likes of De Bruyne, Nainggolan, Mertens, Lukaku that you can link Eden Hazard next to is definitely in Hazard's favour. And being from Chelsea, of course, you've got to take this into account considering they're both from the same league, so it's more down to what club they play for. So the likes of Kante and Bakayoko are good players that Hazard can link next to. So overall for linkability, it's definitely in Eden Hazard's favour in my opinion. So we're going to move on now to how he plays in game. Does he live up to his 90 rating, and does he live up to his valuation on the market? So first of all, I want to start off with his 90 rating. Now I don't think he's the best 90 rated player on this game. I think there's some good players similar rating to Hazard that actually play better than him. The likes of Gareth Bale, for example, definitely played better than Hazard, and Bale is an 89 rated player. But someone like a Tony Kroos, who's a 90 rated player, Eden Hazard's definitely a better 90 rated player. So I'd say it's a bit in the balance really. He's not one of the best players of his rating, but he's not one of the worst by any means. And valuation, I think for around 200k, I think that's a fair price to pay for Eden Hazard, because this man is unbelievably talented. And I think for value for money, I think Hazard's definitely worth it. So finally, we're going to cover key component number 5, versatility. Can he play in a number of positions? Now, I rate Eden Hazard very highly. I think he can play in a number of positions across the attacking line. I think you put him anywhere on the pitch, he'll do a solid job for you. I definitely think he's a specialist in that left On that left-hand side, though, cutting inside is definitely his best position on the pitch. So we're going to move on now to Alexis Sanchez, who is an 89 left midfielder originally, who I've converted to a left forward. Now, we are covering his Manchester United version, and he is from Chile. He's got 86 pace, 84 shooting, 80 passing, 89 dribbling, 40 defending, and 78 physical. So it's actually 3-3 on the stats. Sanchez having better shooting, defending, and physicality. So it's pretty even on that front. He's 5'7", high to high work rate. He's right-footed, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Now I brought him for 142k. I'd say he's around about the 150k mark, to be honest. So he's quite a little bit cheaper than Hazard on the market. It's around about 50k price difference, which is a considerable amount. He got 9 goals and 3 assists in the 10 matches, which is a fairly similar return to Eden Hazard. So it is very even in terms of stats, in terms of goal return. So very close so far. So we're going to pick out a few of Sanchez's key attributes. Again, this guy is a really talented dribbler. 90 agility with 90 dribbling. Technically very good as well. I'd say this guy gets himself into more goal-scoring positions, in my opinion. Having the 86 attacking position, 85 finishing, 86 composure. In front of goal, I would say Alexis Sanchez is slightly better than Eden Hazard getting goals. Even though Hazard did score more goals for me, I'd say Sanchez is a very good goal-scoring forward on this game. So we're going to move on now to linkability for Alexis Sanchez. Now, we're going to start off first of all with his nation, which is Chile. So I'd say Chile is a nation that is not a very useful one in terms of linking him to other players. There's only really Arturo Vidal that you could link him next to. Apart from him, I would say there's no other Chile players that you would want to link him next to. So I'd say Hazard's definitely got the upper hand in terms of the nation. Being from Manchester United, though, there's some very talented players from Manchester United. The likes of Paul Pogba, Romelu Lukaku. Players of that calibre are very good players that Sanchez can link next to. But I'd say overall, in terms of linkability, Hazard's definitely got the upper hand. So we're going to move on to how he plays in game. Does he live up to his 89 rating? And does he live up to his valuation on the market? Now, it's a bit of a similar case to Eden Hazard in terms of, I think, as an 89 rated player, there are definitely better players that are a similar rating to Sanchez. The likes of Gareth Bale, again, 89 rated player. He is definitely better than Sanchez. However, there are players that Sanchez is definitely better than. I'd say, for example, someone like a Luka Modric, who is an 89. I'd say I'd rather have someone like an Alexis Sanchez. So again, I'd say it's pretty even in terms of his rating. But I'd say for around about 150k, you are getting a world-class player in your team, which is not too much of a price to pay, really. Around about the 150k mark is not too much. And he could come down in value considering he is fairly new to the market. So his price may drop quite a bit. His Arsenal version is around about 85k as well. So if you did, if you couldn't really afford the Manchester United version, you could go with the Arsenal version and get him a lot cheaper. So finally, we're going to cover his versatility. Can he play in a number of positions? Again, similar to Hazard, I think both of these players can play in any attacking position on the pitch. I would say Sanchez could play as a striker very effectively, though. He's a bit more physical than Hazard and pretty decent in the air as well. So I'd say Sanchez can definitely play that role. So I'm going to summarise now and tell you who I think is the best buy on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. First of all, I want to say these players are both unbelievably quality players on this game. I'd say if you was looking for a really good left winger or left forward, these two players are right up there as some of the best players to go with. Dribbling wise, I think these two are some of the best dribblers on this game. But of course, there can only be one winner. Now, I think it mainly comes down to this, because of course they're from the same league. I'd say Hazard's got the slight upper hand in terms of linkability, but I'd say technically wise, these players are both very similar in what they can produce for you on the pitch. You saw that in their stats. You saw that with the goal return. They're very even. So to pay an extra 50k for Hazard, considering both these players can produce similar stuff, I would say Sanchez is only slightly a better buy than Eden Hazard on this game. Don't get me wrong though, if you offer me both of these players, which player would I pick to have in my team? I would actually say I'd rather have Hazard, but in my opinion, Sanchez is the better buy, and that is what it comes down to for me. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this, because this one for me was a very close decision. It could have gone either way, but for me, it's Sanchez only slightly. So I am going to be running a poll as always, so make sure you guys do the poll, because I'd love to hear what you guys think. Interesting to see that 63% of you agreed that Hernandez was the better buy in the last episode of this play review series. So make sure you guys do the poll for this episode. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next video.